Hi, my name's David, and I post content related to reselling on various platforms such as Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, and eBay. And on my channel, you can find videos about sourcing, about tips and tricks on listing items, selling items, and this can be great advice for you as a reseller. Or if you just like having some noise in the background, this is usually about 20 to 30 minutes of someone just talking. Whatever works for you. If you like this kind of content, then please make sure to subscribe, comment, like, and share this video with anyone that you think may be interested in it. Today I'm going to be going over my sales from the prior week. This is going to be from Sunday the 4th of December through the 10th of December. Let's go ahead and get started with Sunday the 4th. On Sunday the 4th, I had 2 Poshmark sales, 1 Mercari sale, and 1 eBay sale. On Sunday the 4th, I had 2 Poshmark sales, 1 Mercari sale, and 2 eBay sales. On Poshmark, my first sale was Beta brand straight leg 2-pocket dress pants, size extra large petite. They sold for $30, and that was an offer sent to me by a liker. And after Poshmark's fees, I received $24. I had about $6.99 into them at a Goodwill, so my profit on those was $17.01. The next item to sell on Poshmark was a pair of Saturday's New York City Trend solid black swim shorts, size medium. They sold for $30. After Poshmark's fees, I received $24. I had $4.99 into them from Goodwill, so my profit is $19.01. This brand had a high sell-through rate of over 100%, so I had those listed probably for about a month. On Mercari, I sold an Adore-Tex unisex youth navy swim parka, size extra large. It sold for $60, and that includes free shipping, which is something that I do offer on Mercari and Depop. After the cost of shipping and Mercari's fees, I receive about $43.76. This item I picked up at Goodwill for $4.99. So I have a profit of $38.77. This is the first time I've ever picked this up. I just thought the label of it looked pretty unique. And when I looked at the retail price, they retail for about $80. So it's a swim parka, apparently a kind of jacket that you put on over your swimsuit if you're going to like swim meets or something in cold weather. And this item actually sold within a few hours. It had a very fast turnaround. I wasn't even able to include it in my haul because it sold that quickly and I had it shipped immediately. On eBay, I had a sale for vintage Bryden Western Conch silver braided black leather belt size large. This sold for $35, which was an offer sent to me by a watcher. After eBay's fees, I receive about $28. This belt cost me about $5, so that means I receive about $23 in profit. eBay can be a little bit difficult to predict what the fees are going to be just because it can vary depending on the item, so I like to estimate that it'll be about 20%. That's most likely overestimating, but just to give me a number that I can work with for these videos. The second item to sell on eBay was a vintage soft 100% camel hair union made in USA tan overcoat size large. This sold for $110, and that was an offer sent to me by a watcher. I think I had it listed at probably about $125 or $150. After eBay's fees, I would receive $88, and I had about $14.99 into this item, so I receive a profit of $73.01, a really strong profit. This one I picked up just because of the style. It didn't have any kind of fancy brand name or anything like that, but this kind of overcoat is always in style. It's a classic, it's a staple. It's something that people always look for in the wintertime. It's a great neutral color and it goes with basically anything. If you see these in thrift stores, they're definitely worth picking up, especially if the price is there. The next day we're going to talk about is Monday the 5th of December. I had one Poshmark sale and one eBay sale. On Poshmark, I sold an Ariat diesel western leather belt size 40. It sold for $17. That was an offer sent to me by a liker. After Poshmark's fees, I will receive $13.60. I had about $4 into the belt, so that means I profited about $9.60. I did look this item up. It did have a high sell-through rate for Ariat belts on eBay, so that's why I purchased it. I did have it listed for probably a couple of days when it sold. I tend not to look for low profit items unless I can be rest assured that they will sell quickly. On eBay, I had one sale for fossil black pebbled leather Anatote shoulder bag. It sold for $30. After fees, I received $24. I had about $7.99 into this bag, so I received a profit of $16.01. Tuesday proved to be a pretty busy day for me. On Tuesday the 6th, I had 7 Poshmark sales. The first Poshmark sale was an H&M black faux shearling aviator jacket size extra large. It sold for $64, which was an offer sent to a liker by FLYP. After Poshmark's fees, along with the reduced shipping that I cover, I received $51.20. I had about $10 into this jacket, so my profit on that is $41.20. This is another type of jacket that always comes back into fashion in the winter that people are always looking for. So the moment I saw it for $10 at a thrift shop, I knew that it would be a quick turnaround on it. The next item to sell on Poshmark was vintage 80s login look, that means layered, denim open jacket, one size fits most. This sold for $65. After Poshmark's fees, I received $52. I had about $2.25 into this item since I picked it up at a family thrift center outlet store, so my profit is $49.75. It gave me big 80s vibes, a little bit of acid wash vibes, so this was a style pickup for me, and it looks like it paid off. I probably had that for a few months. The next item to sell on Poshmark was a J. Crew Factory schoolboy wool blend blazer size 6. It sold for $45. After Poshmark's fees, I received $36, and I had about $7 into it. That means I receive a profit of $29. J. Crew blazers, especially the schoolboy blazer, rarely miss. I usually am able to sell them within a matter of a couple of weeks, maybe a month or two at the most. But they will almost always sell for anywhere upwards of $35 up to as high as, I'd say, $75. The next item to sell on Poshmark was this Tailor Stitch the Slim Foundation Pant in khaki, size 38. They sold for $51. That was an offer I received from a liker. So after Poshmark's fees, I received $40.80. I had $7.99 into these from Goodwill, so my profit is $32.81. I checked this brand because I was not familiar with it, and it did have a high sell-through rate of over 100%. The next item to sell was Mother the Rascal Crop Fray in cream, size 27. They sold for $49, which was an offer sent to the liker by FLYP. After Poshmark's fees, along with the reduced shipping, I received $37.48. I had $6.99 into those jeans, so my profit is $30.49. Just recently, I was thinking to myself, my Mother jeans just don't move, but I've actually sold 3 pairs in the last month, so are they a seasonal bolo that I just don't know about? I'm not sure what's going on there. The next item to sell was Spanx Black Comfort Faux Stretch Leather Jogger Pants, size medium. They sold for $70. That was an offer sent to me by a liker, so after Poshmark's fees, I received $56. I had $12.99 into these because they were in the boutique section of Goodwill, so my profit on those is $43.01. Spanx in general is a great brand, especially when you can find it in larger sizes, But it appears that the faux leather pieces can really command a lot more than the regular stuff. So definitely keep an eye out for that if you ever see it. The last item to sell on Poshmark was Zara pointed mesh ballet flats. They sold for $15. That was an offer sent to me by a liker. So after Poshmark's fees, I received $12. I had $10 into these. So that means my profit is $2. This was a pair of flats that I purchased a long time ago, and I mistook these for a blogger favorite, and they absolutely were not. This is a great lesson in making sure you do a lot of research on items before you purchase them. And don't just take one item being sold for a lot of money on Poshmark as a sign that yours will do the same, because this one definitely didn't. They did give me a 5-star review. She said she loves them. I'm glad she does. I never want to see those shoes again. We are now moving on to Wednesday the 7th. I had 4 Poshmark sales and 1 eBay sale. On Poshmark, I sold J. Crew Slim Red Gray Holiday Wool Tartan Plaid Tuxedo Stripe Pants size 10. They sold for $32, which was an offer sent to me by a liker. So after Poshmark's fees, I received $25.60. I had $3 into these pants, so my profit is $22.60. These were a great seasonal pick for me. The holiday is here, and tartan, plaid type pants or jackets, coats, skirts, etc. tend to do really well at this time of year, especially in red. Otherwise, if it was like March or April, I probably would have skipped these. The next item to sell on Poshmark was Mountain Hardwear Blue Emboldened Jacket size large. It sold for $50. That was an offer sent to me by a liker. After Poshmark's fees, I received $40. I had $10 into this jacket, so I received a profit of $30. This particular brand and jacket had a high sell-through rate of over 100%. The next item to sell on Poshmark was Nike Air Max 98 Entourage sneakers size 13. They sold for $110, and that was an offer sent to me by a liker, so after Poshmark's fees, I received $88. I did pay up for these, they were $25, so my profit is $63. They were in excellent condition. It looks like the prior person had only worn them maybe once or twice, but they were in great condition. And from my research on it, the comps were excellent, selling anywhere from $80 as high as $170. But $110 was good enough for me. The next item to sell was Abercrombie & Fitch 90 Straight Ultra High Rise Curve Love Jeans size 6. They sold for $40, which was an offer sent to me by a liker. After Poshmark's fees, I received $32. I had $5.99 into these from a Goodwill, so my profit was $26.01. On eBay, I had one sale. It was a pair of Kenneth Cole black leather career zip-up ankle dress boots size 10. They sold for $40, so after eBay's fees, I received $32, and I would consider these $32 to be all profit. These are actually from my personal collection. I wore these boots for the last, I think, like 8 to 10 years. And I've worn them to so many job interviews, and anytime that I needed to dress up, I've worn these boots, and they've held up incredibly well. By the way, if you're at all mystified by the long sort of title list that I have for each item, the reason I have that is mostly for eBay, but it also helps on other applications as well, to have things like the size and also sort of like the occasion in which you would wear it. I find good turnaround when it comes to listing office items and putting words like career in the listing title. The next day we're going to talk about is Thursday, December 8th. I had 2 Poshmark sales. The first sale was a pair of Rola's East Coast Flare high-rise blue jeans, size 28. They sold for $67, which was an offer sent by FLYP. So that includes reduced shipping that I pay for. So after that and Poshmark's fees, I received $51.88. I had $6.99 into them. I am receiving a profit of $44.89. Flare jeans are doing really well for me, so I knew that these were one that I needed to pick up. I also saw that they were completely out of stock online, so that was also another good sign for this particular pair. The next item to sell on Poshmark was Levi's Premium 501 Black Straight Leg Jeans size 28. They sold for $30. That was an offer sent by a liker. After Poshmark's fees, I received $24. I had about $3.50 into them, so my profit is $20.50. Basic bread and butter. It won't sell immediately, but it'll sell in a few weeks to maybe a month or two. The next day we're going to talk about is Friday, December the 9th. I had 2 Poshmark sales and 2 eBay sales. On Poshmark, I sold a Champion Black Boxy Turtleneck Sweatshirt size medium. It sold for $13. After Poshmark's fees, I received $10.05. This was for my personal collection, so I will consider that $10.05 to be total profit, since I wore that sweatshirt quite a few times. The next item to sell was a Vince Camuto purple shirt size medium. It sold for $27, which was an offer sent by FLYP. That includes reduced shipping, so after Poshmark's fees, I received $19.88. I had about $5.99 into it, so my profit is $13.89. I was kind of surprised that this sold just because Vince Camuto is not a bolo brand for men's shirts at all. But I initially bought this shirt for myself. I thought the material felt really comfortable and wearable. It would remind me a little bit of Lululemon, but I just never wore it, so I just listed it probably about a year ago. But it eventually sold. I'm surprised. On eBay, I had a vintage 90s black quilted floral Art Deco silk puffer kimono wrap jacket. Whew, that title. Size large. It sold for $45 as an offer from a watcher. After eBay's fees, I would receive $36. I spent $9.99 to purchase that, so my profit is $26.01. This was a style pickup. It was really cool. It was 100% silk, and it had bell sleeves that had a lot of interesting stitching on it, so I knew that it would do well. The next item to sell on eBay was a Lucky Brand point black leather camera bag crossbody. It sold for $40. That was an offer sent to me from a watcher. After eBay's fees, I would receive $32. I had $4.99 into this bag, so my profit is $27.01. It sold in a matter of a few days. I've heard good things about Lucky Brand accessories like leather bags. This is probably the second leather bag that I've ever bought from them. I have another one that I'm still waiting to see if it sells at some point. The last day that we're going to cover is Saturday the 10th. I had a single sale, and it was on Depop. So the sale on Depop was a Lucky Brand Y2K patchwork leather bohemian piece buckle belt size medium. It sold for $25. That was an offer sent to me from a liker. I do offer free shipping on there, so after the free shipping and Depop's fees, I would make about $15.50. I had about $2 into this item, so my profit is $13.50. Now let's go ahead and talk about our totals. So for Poshmark, my total revenue was $805. After Poshmark's fees, I received $662.49. The cost of goods for the items I sold on Poshmark was $133.67. So that leaves me with a total profit for Poshmark of $528.82. Now, as for Mercari, I only had a single sale, so if you're curious as to the actual breakdown, you can just go back to where I covered my Mercari sale. But my total profit for Mercari was $38.77. And same situation for Depop, just one sale this week on Depop. So my profit for Depop was $13.50. On eBay, my total revenue was $300. After eBay's proposed fees, it would be about $240 that I received back. my cost of goods would be $42.96 for those items that sold, so my profit is $197.04. That brings us to the grand total. My total revenue for all applications was $1,190. After fees from all the sites, along with shipping fees, etc., that would bring it down to $961.75. My total cost of goods for all items I sold this week was $183.62. So my profit for this week is $778.13. I am very content with this number. It is money in my pocket that was not there before, and this is my sort of side hustle, so I did have a particularly busy work week. But even then, I was able to turn around what I think is a respectable amount, so I'm very happy with it. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to review this video. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, or share this video with anyone that you think may like it. These are great videos to get ideas of what's actually selling so that you can keep that in mind when you are outsourcing. Once more, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic sales week.